Whenever you go on these trips, you think, what if the apocalypse happened while you're in the woods and you didn't know? Every spot in this place, except for one, is completely available.
Oh, is that a grenade?
I think so. Hey everybody, Syntax 77 here, and by here I mean the great state of West Virginia. I am back, and I'm back at Dolly Sods, which I've showed extensively, but we're going to switch it up a bit on this trip. First and foremost, because I have a return of James. The last time he was with us, it was him and Frank, and we got dumped on in a snowstorm on North Mountain. So we're going to
snowboard pants.
He had
actual hiking pants this time.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that he doesn't have the snowboard pants on. We're also a little disappointed that it is April right now. We got 3 days off, middle of the week. It's going to be a good time. We're going to just hike into the woods and see what happens. But the first challenge was that this gate is locked. This is probably my 6th time in Dolly Sods. And I have not ran into this before, and I know I've been here this time of year before, but it is what it is. So we're about 3 miles shy of the trailhead, which is on a nice flat plateau. That's one of the benefits of coming here. But in our case, we're still going to do some uphill hiking. Little 3-mile warm-up. Pack's ready. James is looking ultralight for sure, and nice and small. Mine, not so much. Do not qualify for ultralight and do not care on this trip. I got some extra fun stuff we'll get into. I got some chairs, hatchets, saws, you name it. And yes, from here all the way up to here is a bunch of real food. Went a little crazy on the food. We'll get into that too, but first we got to get moving. All right, there's one other person that we're thinking is backpacking too. But the cool thing about this is, this will be the emptiest I've ever seen this place. This is an awesome, expansive wilderness area, but it's not exactly a secret. So even when this place is like dead, there would still be half a dozen cars up here. Basically come around the bend up here with a little luck, we'll see a plateau. Whew, I wonder how windy it's going to be up here. Could be completely different.
Yeah.
Well, somebody just turned the wind on because it dramatically changed over the course of about 2 seconds. Coming in there. Look at all behind us. Now you can actually see how fast it's moving. Fast. Oh man. Alright, it's just a little bit further. Technically, I'm going to say this isn't road hiking anymore. This is parking lot hiking, which feels, it's just psychologically a little better. This is crazy. I have never been here with no cars. It's like fragrant tobacco. Is there a forest fire? I googled Dolly Sods.
Is that what this mist is?
Yeah. All right, we did walk past on the hike up. Forest Service pickup truck with personnel drove by, gave us the nice wave.
He didn't tell us to stop. You would hope.
You would think if we're walking in an act of flames, my man would have said,
"Hey there, fellas.
You're walking in."
Around.
Yeah. So as long as it doesn't cook off any of the old live ordnance that's out there.
If we start hearing bangs.
Oh, what if the forest fire hits old bombs? All right, well, here's what we're doing, people, basically. Here's what we're stupidly walking into. Away from that smoke, go down here, and we're going to cut over this hill. And on the other side of that hill, which is hopefully funneling this smoke, apparently over there, because I will be honest, it's hazy over there, it's blue over there, it's very blue over there. I'm taking that as a good sign. So we go down, over, spend 2 nights.
Definitely nothing wrong.
No, no.
No risk of forest fire at all.
Nope.
We're just 2 guys going on a hike.
It's just a lot of weird cloud cover.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Oh, is that a grenade?
I think so.
I'm Definitely picking one up.
Definitely. So all joking aside, somebody actually was here, and that's the other car down there. 6 nights they're in here, and they just started yesterday. So we're not alone, and people are still registering. And we just got waved at by another Forest Service vehicle that went down there. So I don't know what's going on, but we're apparently okay to be here. Now that we're getting out of the wind here a little bit, I'll tell you what we're kind of doing, which is basically we don't have a plan other than I know this area just enough to be dangerous. And 2 nights, 3 days, there's a ton of camping opportunities around here, and a whole lot right now apparently for whatever reason. It's just us and the other people from Maryland. So we're just gonna wing it. Whenever you go on these trips, you think, what if the apocalypse happened while you're in the woods and you didn't know? Every spot in this place, except for one, is completely available. Opens up into a pretty nice view over here. Just over this hump. We might as well fill up. There's some water ahead here in this cut of trees, and then we'll break out. And you see those tree line over there? We're actually going to go back up that, and then we'll break out onto another sods, which is just a fancy term for a bald or a clearing. And that is where, in general, we'll most likely camp. It's a little dry around here, and that's the biggest factor. We want to camp by water because we're going to pick one spot for 2 nights and just be there. So we'll just keep moving until we find water. I know from poking around here on many previous trips that there are some little small streams hidden in these pockets of trees. So fingers crossed. This is probably the driest I've seen it here. But this stream up here is pretty big. I know that'll be flowing. And that water is looking red, like redder than normal.
Algae bloom or just red clay?
It's something about the tannins and the roots of whatever the trees are around here. Oh, yeah, you moved fast. Still dry.
Quick-legged cat. Dumb, awkward, 2-legged cat.
It'll probably still be red, but that's all right.
I mean, it ain't gonna kill you, right?
No. Hasn't yet. Oh man, that's cold. Still faster. Losing feeling in my knuckles. I swear, it's 2 degrees above freezing. There we go. That is 1.5 liters, and you got a liter. That'll definitely get us to camp. So might as well do this now. A little uphill. And some sun. It is like a straight up last little burst. But at least we'll have a little view of where home will probably be tonight. In the distance, but home nonetheless. Wow. Are these bees or flies?
What?
I said, are these bees or flies? See all the bugs?
Yeah.
I think they're bees. We'll just keep on moving through that. Don't make them angry. There's the pines, and we'll be on the pine side somewhere. If we can find water, because it's pretty dry. It is 2:40 at this point. It's still quite windy. Here's our intersection here, and we're going to continue straight and just start scouting around. Find a little base camp. See what we got. The Bear Rocks is where we came from. What is a nice new sign? Raven Ridge Trail. So we're going to head up here and poke around. Maybe drop the packs as an excuse to get those off. And we'll search around and make sure there's water. If not, we can push a little bit more, but I'm hoping there's water around here. Smells like pine.
Well, it just got suddenly warmer. Did you feel that?
Yeah. A little shift in temperature.
Ooh, I like that smell too. That's nice. Don't taste this.
It's not bad, right? Now, there is one across the street, if you will, too, that we could check out. Like, we could drop packs, we could run over, we can look, you can pick the best of the two.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You've been here before. What's the better of the two? Is it?
I never stayed at the other one, so I wouldn't mind running over just to get a feel for it. I looked at it real briefly on the way out before.
All right.
But I'm going to take this pack off. There it is. Fry pan.
Oh, quesadilla.
It's the perfect size for a flour tortilla. Diffuser. Beautiful. And I don't think I've mentioned, or maybe I have, but the temp range, not terrible. 60s, mid 60s during the day, swinging down to mid 40s forecasted, but up here on the plateau, I mean, maybe low 40s. Not bad. All right, snack and walk, recon. I brought a bunch of stuff. James brought his own food, but I still brought some options because I had a bunch of stuff to use up. Plus, you know, I figured why not take the opportunity to walk around with some packages of Sargento cheese and 20 tortillas in addition to Mountain House meals. So anyway, right now what I need is just a snack.
But the important thing is that we eat all of this to lighten the pack.
Heck yeah.
You know?
Yeah, usually on a hike out, you're like, well, at least I owe my food, but that might not happen this time.
Well, I'm the kind of friend that's gonna make sure
Please.
help you with that task, because I love you, man.
That is who you want on a survival mission with you. You might actually then go over there and then. Less wind, but more bugs.
More what?
There's actually like some bugs flying around over here. So crunchy. Vibe check.
That's a tough call. So it seems like it's a little flatter.
True. It's got more sunlight, at least right now. I don't know if it's good or bad.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I could go either way. What do you think?
I feel like it's flat, but I feel like there's more roots and like debris as far as putting, because we both have tents. But they're both awesome.
This is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I vote for this one.
Yeah, I like this backyard better. So you know what?
Right there. That's really pretty.
Right there. Yeah. All right, this one wins. Never mind. Campsite.
Even if we really wanted to get froggy, we could walk up there.
Yeah.
And so what time is it? It's
So-
almost 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Two.
the sunset's gonna be like right down that way.
Oh. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I mean, I don't know. You're the tour guide here, but
No, I like that.
yeah.
Those are good logistics. All right, we're moving neighborhoods. I think I just walk right out here and over, I feel like. Lots of game trails around here. I've been up here before, tons of deer. They're getting water somewhere, and both times I've been in this area, basically just walking around, would find just a little stream that's hidden in the grass. I think it was actually towards the other campsite, which is over here. So I'm gonna scout over there. James is working on fixing up the fire pit already, because it was basically a pile of rocks. I'm gonna go over here and take a look for this water source that I found before. Worst case, I could push on up the trail, even if we still camp here, and load us up with water at like a real stream bed or something. Even if it costs me some mileage, but we'll see what we got. Bedding site, undoubtedly. It's one of the rare instances of grass around here, and you can see it's been trampled down. Probably deer. Most likely deer. There are bear around here, but most likely deer. Bedding around in here. And there's some deer poo right there. Alright, so you guys are sleeping here. Some more deer poop. You're hanging out here. You're walking around here. Where are you getting your water? This is further away from the little stream I found before. Was over there for sure, and it is dried up, so it's possible they've moved on because this area is dry. It is crispy around here. See what we want to do here. Bummer. Finally came to Dolly Sods when it's dry. Who would have thought? The stream that kept on giving stopped giving. I don't know, my other...
I just set the table.
I know.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. So like I said, this is a little buggy, and I can only imagine it's going to get worse as the sun goes down.
You're making me feel better. It's a little buggy here. There's this beaver tail trail I found on my phone. It actually goes towards a very marshy area. It's probably the best bet of hitting some water. We still got daylight left. Sunset isn't until 7 something. We are hungry, so probably going to make a quick quesadilla, get our morale up, and...
Can you just show?
Yes, oh yes, and here...
That I made for some other lucky...
This is why I feel terrible, because in the amount of time it took me to look for water, you made... Voila.
Let's just highlight some dirt after our little pudding pop cup sitting there in the trash.
Yes, they did. And what is that, a tin?
And a tin, yeah, a cooking tin or something. So I put it in the fire pit, thinking we would just burn it, but...
Ouch.
Put rock on it so it doesn't
Yeah,
go away.
next person will be hooked up with a nice fire pit, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to set up the stove real quick. I'm just going to bang out a quick, fun meal so that, you know, we have a little bit of a smile on our face when we leave this lovely campsite. Food time. Diffuser is on. Olive oil heating up. I don't know if it's quite hot enough, but I'd rather have that than too hot. Tortillas.
Oh, mama.
Got cheese, salsa, hot sauce baked right in there. And I think I'll turn this up a little bit. And that should cook up pretty evenly. Because I got that diffuser on there. And if it's too weak, I'll take the diffuser off, but I think it's going to work. Oh yeah. A little olive oil in there. Just pack that in a little bottle. Hey, and thank God, it's not very weight efficient to bring real food, but you know what real food doesn't require? Water. Unlike the, yeah, the Mountain House meals are great. They require a couple cups of water each. So clearly I made a survival decision to bring all of this pre-made processed food that'll never go bad. It's not super toasty on the other side. Oh no, I played. It's not super toasty on the other side, but it should be good. It doesn't melt through the plastic. I should have put it the other way.
Thought about that.
Yep, smart. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Oh, geez.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Too hot?
No.
No, okay, yeah, good.
Oh, man. This is really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
It's like perfect cook. Chef Boyardee syntax.
Yeah. Pop another one on. We'll be all types of ready to adventure.
Onward, sir.
Indeed. So, should be right over here. Our beaver trail. Beaver views, beaver something. It looks like about a mile down. It looks like downhill a mile. Then it hits another junction, a marshy area. Hopefully we'll hit a little unlisted water source. If not, there's an actual stream that is listed another less than half mile beyond that. That's what it is, so that's what we're doing. Somewhere over here. Oh, there's the signpost. Beaver View Trail number 523. Right over there. Back into the wind in search of water and possibly 6 more quesadillas. What if this is one of those things where it's like on the map, but it's actually been dried up for 20 years?
Right. Oh God. I think we're good.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Tell me what that is.
Ooh, a bit of H2O, high quality.
Can we just bushwhack straight towards that? That is water.
No. I think we're good.
Now I just gotta find a way to get down there. Where's this trail at? I mean, I see water straight ahead, so ultimately that's, I don't know if it's really over there. You see that little ridge of rocks? It says we're on it. Okay. I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. I think actually it was over here and then came right here.
Oh, okay.
So we took an inadvertent shortcut. Barely can make out that we're on the trail. But according to my GPS, we are. That looks awesome. So that's a little game trail, I guess. Pick your adventure. A welcome sight. Actual flowing water. That'll keep us alive, but it's not the big old body of water that we've been seeing the whole time. I think that is over here if I don't fall on these Fraggle Rock stepping stones. It's hot. My cheese is melting. Here's your type 2 fun, James. We are going towards the big body of water where it looked like it had some flatter banks from up there, because it's just all rocks here. We wouldn't be putting any tents up around here. That is for sure. Actually seeing our first mud, which is insane to take this long to see it, but there it is. Got a really easy crossing right here. We're going to go back up towards the ridge and just see if we can find a campsite there that's still within shot of this. And worst case, we keep moving, we end up on the other ridge. We got plenty of water now, so it's all good. Playing it by ear. We probably found out why the trail was so thin to get in here.
Because no one comes here.
In their right mind. Actually, you know, I just realized too, probably should have stayed on that side to cross this. Okay, we're going back. It's going to be a relaxing trip, James. You're going to be like, man.
Stage 2 fun.
Stage 2. I'm going right across here. Oh God.
Oh.
So it still got you.
Oh no.
You good?
I'm good. I'm just
Stabilize. All right. Yep.
I'm good.
I was just saying when we were filling water that if it wasn't bone dry out, he'd probably be in his up to his waist standing where he was.
Ooh.
It's good. Well, we're going to test the capabilities of those boots. Oh boy, we got some more sinkholes over here. If it wasn't a drought, I bet you would be up to your waist right now. Thanks, nature. Goodbye, Boggy Valley. We're headed back up the ridge. We're going to prioritize views over our calves and knees. That wasn't great, but I actually thought it was going to be worse to get here. We found this on the way down. I mean, it's a pile of rocks, but we'll change that. We'll change that. More importantly, there's actually grass here. Yeah, it's windy, but hey, whatever. But look, we got grass fields all around. Drop the packs, scout, put your tent wherever the heck you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking in one of these divots to keep it away from the
yeah,
water, you know?
Because yours is a one-person, like, kind of rectangular guy.
Mine's like a rainbow.
So it's a square kind of feel. Either way, you'll fit. There's a lot of options. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. This is like a little hunkered down.
Yeah.
You got wind protection on both sides. That's pretty banging. And then I could like maybe go behind that tree or in that cut. Oh. And we got this view over here. Right there. The sun's gonna set right there. You know? This was worth, so I'll tell you what, I was really contemplating staying down there. Now that I'm here, I'm pretty happy that we did it.
Is it time?
Take it off?
Is it time?
Like to really take it off the
Is it packed off time?
This pack's off time.
Packed off.
No, like this time for real.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Woo. All right. Bridge top tent site complete. Sun is in the sky. It is after 7.
Huh?
Oh, I was just telling them it's after 7.
Ah.
James is over there once again pulling his weight while I use talking to you guys as an excuse to not do anything. My tarp tent is up. I got new carbon fiber poles in there that Outdoor Vitals sent over for me to try. So I don't have trekking poles in my trekking pole tent. I got carbon fiber poles. Maybe look at those tomorrow when I break down. That's nice. My pack, my fry pan, my fuel. And James's tent, we're thinking we're missing a pole or two, or maybe just some sort of configuration. But being the true mountain men that we are, we decided to show you guys, just for the sake of entertainment, how to use some zinga line to set up a tent. And we're good to go.
So I borrowed this from my pop, and when I borrowed this, he said to me, kind, generous man that he is, should we set it up just so you know? No, got it.
No.
I did not, but we're working with it.
It looks good. It's got a door on each side, so he can go in through the side without the...
Good.
Yeah.
Show, pop, should have listened.
Life lessons today.
Still learning from my father.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful up here. A little windy. We're still getting a little bit of wind over there, but we're cut out of it a little bit. We decided to go back there instead, but we're going to do our fire pit that James has already reworked. As you can see that right there. We got the sun going down in the distance, the ridges, and look, that haze is back. Bring you over here. I don't know if that is, I have to assume that's probably the smoky haze that we saw earlier, and it's back. But luckily we are out of that path, and right down in there is where the water is. We're probably a half mile, if that, from the water. So our plan is we'll hit that in the morning and replenish, possibly, depending on where we are. Might even just boogie out if we have enough water in the morning. That's the plan as of now. Maybe not a base camp, but might go back up tomorrow and claim that really nice site before anybody else does, assuming they open the gate tomorrow, and then maybe do a little day hike from there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We're hungry, and we want to get a little fire started for our siesta fiesta. We got a lot of Mexican food on this trip, and I'm quite happy about it. Man, oh, you're ready to go. He's got the knife. We might actually have a fire. Beautiful. We got some stools with us, and a chair, and we're just gonna enjoy the view. Digging it.
Come on, sticks.
There we go. A little help. A little Esbit cube. These are actually the little fuel tablets that you would put in an Esbit stove. But I just grabbed them as a quick fire starter. A nice bed of coals. And James is headed towards the light. Good spot. That sun is going down. I'm going over and checking that out. Thinking maybe once the sun goes down and the temperature stabilizes a little bit, maybe the wind will calm down too. So here we are. Night has fallen. It is dark. Got the mountain house going. We already popped another quesadilla just as an appetizer. I'm doing beef stroganoff with noodles. James is going to do one of his rehydration bags as well. I flipped this over. I'm using the fry pan to boil my water, and the diffuser's on top as a lid now. So boil up a little cup of water and we'll have a little dinner. We're hoping the stars come out. A lot of the clouds that showed up earlier, it feels like they're starting to blow out. We can see what we believe is Venus up there, and I'm actually starting to see potential for constellations over here, right over top of our tent. So we'll see how that goes. It's getting dark. The fire's going. We'll have some dinner, get a full belly, some stars, and some rest.
All about what kind of wood is best. You
got a wood guy?
I got a wood guy.
Pine shrimp, aspen shrimp.
Oat gumbo. Oh boy.
Tent looks good. Tent looks good. A little windy still.
Oh, it was so loud last night. My tent. We got to batten down the hatches a little better. I got to batten down the hatches a little better.
No, we will. Even mine, the wind was waking me up because it was flapping and hitting it.
Yeah.
Because I have extra guy out points that I probably should have had, but instead, the line was flapping around. I got up in the middle of the night and tried to fix it. But
did you?
Because I would go to sleep and then flap, flap, flap. Get the food bag down. Coffee time. Well, we had just enough water for 1 cup of coffee and a couple sips of water in our bottles. Tremendous trouble getting the stove started because the wind shifted direction. But that's not the biggest problem. We could have done Mio Energy with the water we had, but then kicked over the cup of last cup of water. So we'll be immediately headed downhill, and honestly I think we're looking forward to getting out of this wind. So we're going to go down begrudgingly to the bottom, get water, come back, break down camp, and probably just get up to the other campsite, secure that, and get a break from this wind. So yeah, just gonna make sure my stuff is secure so it doesn't blow away in the meantime. Probably pop the, not pop, but release the air on my sleeping pad. That worked good last night. This is a 0-degree pad, but it's only a 40-degree top quilt. But I think we only went into the 40s last night. I was surprised though. I slept without a jacket on, which I usually do, just because the wind. I thought that that was going to maybe make it feel a lot colder than 40, but surprisingly I got through it okay. So I'll just let this deflate. It should be nice and flat when I get back. There's new carbon fiber poles. So this, normally I have a trekking pole here to hold this up, but they came out with this for people who don't want to carry trekking poles, and these are only a few ounces probably for both of them together. It's pretty crazy, but whew, all right. Anyway, Mission Water, let's do it. I've done a lot of ridge hikes around here, and it's not like constantly hammered like this. It's a little above average, I think, even by sod standards.
Power of you know, nature. Has no feelings, no concern for your cell phone. It's like, we just don't care about you, tiny human.
Relentless wind, just won't stop. But we got our water, and we are back at camp. We're slowly breaking down at this point. James is way ahead of me on getting the tent down. We're thinking of switching it up because the only water is down there, but over here is a trail. I noticed it last night when collecting firewood, and this morning walking around. It's like a confluence of 3 different streams I can see coming together on the map. We can camp there, have a ton of water, and still put in minimal time in hiking so that we can have a relaxed day and see some sights. Depending how cool the campsite is, that area, you know, might be amazing just to relax and look at anyway. I think that's the plan. We're gonna hydrate, break down, hit the trail, see if we can't find some water in a new location.
Yeah, you need help?
We good? As soon as I get it fully to the ground, it'll stop being a sail. There we go. All clear. I do believe James has got his fancy new walking stick.
Yes, sir.
It's clipped up, ready to go. All the stuff is broken down. No trace left except for the fact that the fire pit is repaired, courtesy of James and his woodland skills.
Leave a place better than you found it.
That's right. All right, so now here we go. As it turns out, let me check my double check my GPS one more time. Yeah. Not exactly sure the name of this trail. I could find it if I pulled up my PDF map, but that's not really important. I just know that it's going towards water and away from this wind. It's a confluence of 3 streams, and it's in a direction that makes it good to create a little mini loop to get us back to the parking lot tomorrow. So this will be a new area for me, I believe, just like that was. We'll see what it looks like. Sun is out. It's like little almond clouds. Or War of the Worlds spaceships. No, it's one of the, what are they, it's a giant Tic Tac. The flying UFOs. So I actually took a closer look at my GPS. This is the Beaver View Trail as well. That's why it's well worn, probably, because this is, we came down off of that, from that other campsite on Beaver View. And then I guess it makes a sharp right here.
We've yet to see any beavers.
And we've yet to see any beavers, although we saw what we think might be a beaver dam
Did see the dam
down there. So we made sure to be upstream of that
Yeah.
And because they do carry a good deal of giardia. But we've been treating with the iodine, so no worries there. And tonight's water should be moving a little faster and a little fresher, so that's good. You got your ridge experience, and now you'll get your water in the woods experience. Intersection already?
Here we have the Beaver View Trail that way.
Okay.
Dalvin's Grade Trail.
Both ways.
Left and the right.
It looks like it is in this direction. The interesting thing is, it is the Dobing Grade Trail.
What's that mean?
It has a couple sections. I forget which one. I know some parts are fine like this, but it is notoriously muddy. And it's the one that has like basically quicksand in a couple spots.
Oh, again?
I think though, that's, if I remember correctly, because I got my wife one time, I think that's on Dobing Grade towards the parking lot, but there's another trail we can use to circumvent it. But just cross your fingers that even though there's streams down here, it's not surrounded by like those rocks like yesterday. That like just occurred to me, but either way, we're headed in the right direction. It's actually looking wet in here, like the wettest we've seen. Look, this stream is actually flowing. Imagine that. Spotted a reflection through the trees. Looks like a straight up lake through here. The real question is just like, is there camping around? Let's check it out. Wow, that's aqua. All we need now is a fire ring and a clearing.
Yeah.
See a little something going on over there. Man, very happy to see water. Oh yeah, sloppy.
I think it's just gonna get messier if we go that way.
Yeah, I go up here, and there's a little shelf here. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a campsite right here. And this puts us right back on the trail, which is nice. Beaver Dam Trail. It looks like it cruises along that body of water, so.
Gotta be something.
There's gotta be something. And we're not to the spot that I had marked yet.
Here we go. In the marsh.
Yep. We're getting a little bit of the slop now. Still could be way worse. Woo! Yeah, it's like that stuff. Like even now, it's deeper than it looks because the grass is all puffed up, but you actually go in pretty deep. Like just imagine this if it was like rain season. There'd be like nowhere to walk. Even looks like this is worn around there. I don't know what the best way to go is. I'm gonna guess there's a reason this is worn down. Oh look, this is dammed up. Haven't seen a beaver, but good example of a beaver dam. That's serious.
That's, yeah.
Wow.
Well, damn.
Hey! Killing it. I don't think it's that. I think it's this. It's worn though. I see boot prints and paw prints and hoof prints. Yeah, this is it. So it looks like upon further inspection, it's actually Red Creek, which is pretty substantial flowing water source in these parts. So that's a good thing that we're headed towards if we can find our way there. Turns out we were off the official trail. We're on something well used, but it wasn't the actual trail. But up here, we should be back on point. All good? Oh man. Yeah, it felt like a bushwhack towards the end there.
Oh, here we go.
But now we're back on what looks like a real trail. Ah, that's better.
Yeah.
Thinking that was probably just an unofficial trail. It was made to avoid one of the notorious muddy sections was probably back there. But this is nice and elevated and dry. Trail lives up to its name.
I was doubting it first.
No.
We have some beaver.
We have beaver activity. Big old den there, and then it's kind of out of view, but probably the biggest dam, or one of the biggest dams we've seen yet, back here.
That's like the aristocrat beaver.
Yes, that's prime real estate. All right, we got choice here. Upper Red Creek Trail or continue on Dobin Grade. That ridge over there is the direction of the parking lot and how we would be doing our loop. Better look at the dam here. And there's the den right there. I know from my previous trip, there's campsites around here that I tagged. The problem I'm having is it looks like Arizona out here. This is what I had tagged as water source. Now I hear flowing water, so I'm just gonna peek around this corner. Okay, yeah, this is it. So it's not flowing anywhere like before, but this is what's feeding the dam, which is better. You could definitely dip a cup in that. And then at least, even though we're treating the water, at least you know the water's coming from upstream in the woods instead of the beaver dam. And then up here, this campsite we're just going to check out. It's only 10:30 now, so if we post it up now, we'd have two things going for us. Water, plenty of time to do whatever we want around here, and pretty close striking distance to the vehicle. Wow. Oh. Right? There you go. That's it. That is the move. I see some rocks and some logs. All right, good. Fire ring, some actual grass. You can see the ridge, striking distance of water. It's got potential. You even see like some cuts back there.
I can get with this.
Yeah? I was gonna say, what do you think? I mean, I just like the fact that it's near water. Normally I'm not that worried around in the sides, but no, there is still some breeze, but at least it's not like hammering us. Well, at least drop the packs and we'll eat some food. That we need to do, and then we can make a decision on a full stomach.
Like that.
That's the plan.
Do my best thing on a full belly.
I almost forgot that we said we were going to at least just get away from the wind enough to sit and have some coffee and a meal. Might as well do it here.
Coffee sounds good.
Coffee sounds real good. Double coffee, trail mix. You're living the dream. Chug some coffee. Feeling peppy now. James went on a little walk and saw another potential site, so we're going to check it out. It's like right across the trail, right across the street in the neighborhood, if you will. Oh yeah, it looks like a clearing. Oh wow, it's got more of a view.
Yeah, well, the only problem is that's a gradual drop instead of just like a drop.
All right.
No like place to go up to, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, this might be better. This is better. It's more off the trail, which I like. Oh yeah.
Living room's a little bit bigger.
Living room's bigger. Oh, this is proper. Yeah, we might be moving across the street. Nice fire pit. And yeah, you can even see some water down there. And then I bet you if I beeline on an angle, I would run right into the water on the trail, like right over there. This is just our new move, to eat lunch at a campsite, abandon it, and go to a different one. It just feels more open over here too, man. The other one was fine, but it's nice to have that in front of you. All right, this time we're probably gonna stay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Oh wow.
Come under there. All right.
You just go that way.
Slide it. Yeah, if you just want to push it. Oh,
That worked. All right, once again, I have found an excuse and a way to get out of doing any real work. James is putting it in.
Look, the most important part of the whole crew.
That's true. I'm keeping us fueled. I might do some manual labor once I get a quesadilla in us. But yeah, James got a nice wood pile there. He was just commenting that the wood is almost too dry here. So last night it was burning super fast because the wind was blowtorching it. Less wind here, but might have a little issue with the wood just being really quick burning. Nonetheless, it's making using the stove a lot more efficient and easy. Probably gonna have some ramen noodles right in the fry pan with a little bit of water. Do it side dish style. Speaking of water, I'm gonna go down to the stream that's feeding the beaver dam. I found basically where there must be a spring and it's coming right out of the ground. So use that for the soup, because any hot food we do, we don't have to treat the water. As long as we bring it to a boil for a little bit, it'll be good. So we don't have to waste any treatment tablets. And here's my little spring coming right out of the water, right out of the ground rather. Obviously you can see it's flowing over what appears to be some muddy moss, but it's coming out clear because it's undisturbed. And we've been drinking this. It's been tasting good. I'm going to use this to make some soup. Just hanging at camp, having a good time. Don't always have to beat yourself up. Sometimes you do. A little challenge, like yesterday, we had some obstacles in our way. And that will make for some good memories. But you don't always have to go full on attack mode. Sometimes it's good to just relax and enjoy where you are. And that is what we're doing today, or at least for this part of the day. Well, courtesy of my wife, she doesn't care how much weight I'm carrying. But shishito peppers, not super spicy, good flavor, not really spicy at all, but just a little bit of heat. And it looks like we have green onion or scallion of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna put a little bit of this in there we flipped the coin. We got shrimp and chicken ramen, and gonna do shrimp for James here, cut up a pepper, and maybe I'll save the other one for a late night quesadilla, and we'll just go manly style or womanly style, who's in command of her life.
Independent person.
Independent, rugged person style, and we'll cut up the shishito with an axe. And this onion. Your backpacker pantry bag is a nice cutting board.
Oh, that's why I brought it.
Yeah, strategy. All right, let's get this. Look, we're making a stock. We'll take the leaf out, I guess.
Add that local flavor.
Yes. So, get that going. A little bit of water. So we're going side dish style. James has a little collapsible bowl that should be the right size for this. Just gonna add the noodles now. And we are living the dream. Might add a little more water to give that a flip, but it should only take a few minutes. We'll be eating in style. Yeah. How's it going? I love it.
I wonder where they came from.
I don't know. You got your horse. It looks pretty fun. All right. Noodles coming up.
Oh man.
Hopefully it is. Oh yeah. For presentation, I lucked out. I got one of the shishitos on top. There you go. Oh, it's hot on the bottom.
Thank you, good sir.
Yes,
Hey, at the spot. That's exactly what I needed right now. That's delicious.
Good deal. That'll get us through to the next meal.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little pile there.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. I'll make a separate pile of thicker stuff. So now we're properly fueled up on basically 100% carbs and a little bit of shishito pepper. I think it's time to hit this up and make it look a little more fancy, structurally sound. So I think we're going to leave our little alcove for the stove because that's been working pretty good and all the wind's coming from over there. But engineer James came up with the engineering plan that all we got to do is just tighten this thing in and relocate it because it doesn't this is kind of ridiculously big. Just tighten it in and we can keep our little stove area. That's our project for the next little bit. Have we put the tents up? No.
No, sure haven't.
But
we have a big pile of wood.
Yeah, I mean, either way, all this stuff has to get done. That is a big pile of wood.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to work on this. Get a proper situation so we can actually burn all that wood over there.
Tighten it up, right? That looks good.
No, yeah, that's perfect. Got a teepee. It's 5:47. Wow. Time flies when you're doing chores combined with nothing in a good way. The bugs are out though right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a little annoying. We are certainly not cold at all, but we're gonna make a smudge fire, which is a fancy word for I don't want the bugs around me and I need some smoke. So try to keep it small and smoky without, you know, smoking us out, but maybe get the bugs out of here. See if these will actually light up today without the wind. I hope so.
Big variable working in our favor.
Yeah.
I hope so, right.
One can only hope. TP, got some other sticks ready to go. Maybe throw a couple leaves on there so it sits before it drops. And if it does drop, I'll lose it in there like yesterday and then it'll be a whole thing. But look, I can actually light it without burning my fingertips off. Ow, ow. What did I say about not burning my fingertips off? All right, it's a little off center, but I'm not gonna mess with it. Look at the difference though, like it's actually holding flame.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a struggle.
And you flick.
Oh, there we go. I might have actually helped though.
And you flick the lighter like twice.
Yeah, instead of 112 times.
Over and over.
There's no flint left.
Perfect. I think I start spread.
I hope so. And then we got some of these guys. These are nice and dry. We can add once it gets really going. And like I said, we're not trying to go for a rager right now because we want to just get the bugs away. Yesterday really was like boot camp for mental capacity during wind. Today we're on vacation from vacation. Well, I guess I need my tent poles. There we go. So this is how they pack down. Pretty small, just that long. Not bad at all. Like I said, a few ounces. So I'll be ready to go. Soft spot here. James has got one there. Got a strategy to use the center tree to tie his ropes off to. And then I'll have his door in the view going that way. It's going to be awesome. Sun is still in the sky. See, we're doing good. James is working on some roots. Bushcraft. Heck yeah.
I think we're good.
You got the
right in the middle, like the small of my back, so I had to get that out.
Yeah, you got the lower lumbar killers out of the way.
It's all about the lumbar.
All about the lumbar. Set up. All right, got a view of the ridge. Tents are set up. Got mine there. We got an even better. I mean, look at this. Is it standard setup? No.
It might be. We are not sure.
We don't know.
It's looking like it's going to work, though.
It looks a lot more solid than yesterday. We got the backup right onto the hooked onto the tree. This thing is bomb-proof, and there's no wind.
Well, wait, look, we don't guarantee bomb-proof with this model.
Okay, I think we're just going to chill and have campfire. Sun has set. It's time for our Mexican smorgasbord. So we got the tortillas left over. We got a whole bag of cheese right there. Tortillas on the rock. We got happy hour black bean dip right there, and black bean bison beer chili right there. I can deal with that. Put a little chili on top. All right. Oh, burrito style roll.
Oh, yeah.
Proper.
Just keep doing this so there's no more.
No, we just keep doing this until there's no more tortillas.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, because we don't want to pack that out.
Honestly, at this point, why don't we just make quesadillas?
Oh, yeah. Mega quesadilla. We tried to have tacos. It always comes back to the quesadilla. Appetizer style. Cut it in quarters and let it cool a little bit. You'll be able to pick it right up. So there you go. We're going to make various variations of tacos, stare at the fire, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Well, it looks like a beautiful day at least.
Oh, mama. This was not as comfortable as far as I thought it was.
Really?
There's like a lump right in the middle of my back.
Oh, it's like a root?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Coffee is served. Feeling pretty good. Went to bed kind of late last night. Had a good time with the fire. A heck of a smorgasbord. Speaking of which, I mean, actually it's a good thing that we got all that food in us last night, because what we're really down to at this point is we each have a bag of trail mix, and James was really looking forward to this for breakfast.
For breakfast?
The beef stroganoff. Yeah, and I had chicken teriyaki.
Also a breakfast staple.
Yeah, breakfast staple. That's smart. So I think we're going to have some coffee, trail mix, just hit the trail. We got about 3 or 4 miles to get out of here. I'm going to call it 4 just to keep us mentally prepared. If we got to stop at some point, then we can use one of these cups and boil up some water, maybe on a Vista or something, have some lunch. We got a cheeseburger in our future.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if we can get out of here on Sour Patch Kids and trail mix.
And half a Cliff Bar.
And half a Cliff Bar. Damn, this bag was full before.
What did I tell you? It was my job to help you lighten the pack load.
Yeah. So we're going to get through this coffee, get packed up. We still got up at like 7 today. So we're doing pretty good on time. We just have to keep reminding ourselves that we still have to do 3 miles after we get back to the trailer. But shh, that's okay. Yes, pro tip from James. First stuff sack you use, whatever it is, take that. It becomes your stuff sack for all your other stuff sacks.
It's a stuff sack.
Stuff sack? Stuff sack. Because believe me, I know it sounds impossible, but I have lost many stuff sacks. They always show up when I get back home, but I've been on a trip for 3 days and been like, well, that stuff sack's gone. Pro tip from James. Thank you, James.
I'm glad we found this spot, man. This is nice.
It's awesome. Once again, 2 campsites were used, both No trace, except for James improved the fire pit and left him a ton of wood. Ton of wood. I mean, by the standards of finding a campsite with wood,
right.
That's a ton of wood. That's awesome.
So, somebody's day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I envision it like somebody's gonna be just dog tired. Like, oh God, there's a place, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna see that pile and be, yes, thank God, I don't have to, you know?
Yes.
We're helping out the community.
We are helping out the community. We're improving the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right, well, here we go. At least we're starting the day with downhill. Ah. Challenge of the day. Water crossing. Woo. No, I shouldn't do that because that's when I poke fun like that is when I actually fall on my face.
roll that.
Horse hoof prints. So those,
Yeah, they sure are.
the horses we saw yesterday came through here. We're still not sure where they came from. There is some private land over on the edge of the plateau. So we're thinking maybe they hiked, not hiked, rode in through there maybe from a private stable and did some sort of loop, but we never saw them come back. All right, speaking of come back, we are back at the intersection and we're gonna hop on the Dobin Grade Trail for just a little bit, just a tiny bit, like a 1/10 of a mile down this way. I believe it's Ravens Ridge. It's going to take us, you guessed it, up to the ridge. Remember earlier I was telling you about Dobin Grade being the worst mud trail. You should really avoid it in a certain section, and it's this section up here that we're about to do.
So here we go, right at it.
Yeah, so here we go. Look, it is the driest I've ever seen it here. It's the last day, and we're just looking for a little mud venture, or we're just stupid. But
It's
we're doing it. Hopefully it'll be dry. Oh,
yeah, right there.
I do have waterproof winter boots. It's just that both of them are split on the seams.
Let's go.
Let's do it. At least I think, hopefully my waterproofing will hold. And if not, like I just said, it's the last day. Oh, that rock's loose. And they look kind of mossy, but they're not slippery.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
They're not too slippery yet. Oh, all right. This looks like you could go in deep over here at the end. I do feel maybe a little moisture seeping into my cracked boots. Oh, there you go. Well, the walking stick is the move.
Yeah.
You want a hand? Oh, yeah. All right, fist bump instead. Obstacle one. All right. Good news is it's rocks instead of mud right now. But bad news is it's uphill with very few trees to keep us out of the sun.
No shade.
I just realized I missed another turn at some point, but it might be a happy mistake. This is the bad section of Dolly Sods in there. You probably can't see it, but see where we are there?
Okay.
We were supposed to go there. We went straight on this Alder Ridge Trail, but look, it ultimately goes over, circumvents all the mud. So this here, this stand of trees we're coming up on, this, in those trees is the road, the other side of the parking lot where down there is where we first smelled the smoke, which by the way, nothing. Oh, there's the moon.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Wow.
It was very bright last night. I don't know if you woke up, but
I did the first night, not last night.
Bright.
That's awesome.
But it was late. It was like in the early AM.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But long story short, we go in these trees. We'll be on the far end of the parking lot. We'll see if we can't survive a few more miles. At least it doesn't smell like pipe smoke anymore. Well, some loose rock on the way out, just to finish things proper with an ankle roll. So second backpacking trip. I convinced you to come back out, James.
Yes.
Have I scared you away with this one, or you might do it again?
No, absolutely, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
And you know, I think I mentioned to you, but yesterday would have been my father-in-law's 85th birthday.
Oh yes.
You know, kind of doing something for him. You know, a little hike in his memory and clear my head from, you know, life and all the distractions I'm having.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
appreciate you taking me out here, man.
No, that's awesome, man. And that's
85 he would have been.
that is cool to hear that
He was a good man.
you timed it like that. And I'm glad to hear I didn't scare you away. Well,
No, I'll definitely come. If you'll have me, I'll come back out again.
well, yeah, I was gonna say we'll come back for his 86th.
Yeah. Love it.
There you go.
That actually sounds really nice.
Nice. Oh, I see some shade up here. Wow, it is dramatically cooler in here.
Yeah.
I've never done this little, I almost want to call it a shortcut. Back out into the open. Never kind of gotten this perspective on the range before. It's cool. This is our last intersection. Don't even know the name of this trail, but I know it's taking us back to the lot. There's a big old board. That's not the board that we walked in on. That's down there a bit. But that is going to be the road. The real question now is, the suspense for us, are there cars in that parking lot? Because we bumped into one other set of hikers and they said the same thing. Why is that gate locked? None of us knew. If it was temporary, like let's just say they shut that thing for like one day and we get up here and there's still a zoo in the parking lot, it's really going to be salt in the wound. We'll see.
What do we got?
Same info board. Let's take a look down the road. No cars here. Although that also means we can't hitchhike in the back of someone's pickup truck.
I kind of was hoping for that in the back of my mind.
But yeah, that's where we walked in. And then that's one of the ridges we went over, down. And then I think that guy over there is what we were on. And then we dropped down today, hidden behind those trees, up to the road. Nobody's here. So as long as there's still cars at the gate, that's the real important part.
Yeah.
There's no cell service down there, so that's a good combo. I don't think we can lie. I think psychology is part of it, but the 3-mile road hike at the end it's getting us a little bit. So we're looking forward to sitting down and getting some food somewhere down the road. That does look like a blue car. Another car in front of it that was blocking it made for a little bit of tension in my mind. But that right there is the car. That's the gate. That's the car. And we are back. So we did it. We both survived. Thank you, James, for coming and keeping me company. Thank you, everybody out there, for coming along on this trip with me as well. That's mission complete. I want to take off the pack and wrap this one up. So thank you. Until next time, I'm Syntax77. That's James. And right now, it's cheeseburger time.